David, just over a year ago, down at Brighton, was your first away win of the 10 that you've managed since your return. Back then we were talking about it being a crucial result in terms of moving away from the bottom. A year on, we're talking about challenging for Europe. How much of a sign is that of the progress that's been made?
Well, we're really pleased that we've done so well away from home. We've needed to. Look, I think last year every game we had to win because we were trying to avoid relegation was huge, and to go to Brighton, who've got a brilliant home record, do so well down there. So it was probably not expected, but it was a great win for us last year. But we've all moved on since then.
What is the message though to the players? Because effectively the run you go on now, given the platform you're giving yourselves, is season defining. You're 3 points off 6th place, 4 points off 5th. Brighton on the other hand are just 3 points behind you.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we're in a really good position, and we're, it's getting that consistency in the Premier League. I think, as you can see, all the teams are a bit the same. There's a lot of congestion. I think if any team could go in a 4, 5, 6 game unbeaten run or winning those games, I think it would make a difference to them. But it was very close all the games. So we feel as if we could be part of that. We want to try and be part of it.
What do you think has been the main barrier to you finding that kind of consistency that you want?
Well, I think if you all watch Everton, you follow Everton, it should be no surprise. You have to think last year we weren't winning any games. This year we are winning some games, but to think that we're going to win all the games is probably completely unrealistic. I think where we've gone at the moment is probably exactly what we would expect in some ways. Do we want better? Of course we do. Do we want to be more consistent? Of course we do. But if you look at the Premier League this year, there's not that many teams been absolutely consistent all the way through because of the levels, and I think the competition this year's really stiff from so many different teams.
What we have spoken about a lot over the past few weeks is lack of numbers in the squad, but you're obviously getting players back now. Michael Keane back after suspension adds to your selection decisions as well.
Yeah, good. Get Michael Keane back. We'll get Jared Branthwaite made 45 minutes the other night. Kieran back. We're still waiting a little bit on Charlie Alcaraz and Tim Erabumu. So, but they're all certainly getting much closer. Are they fully fit? Are they really up to speed? Some of them not quite, but hopefully it won't take long.
Just check on Jack as well, and what's the plan for him? Is he going to be sticking around for his rehab? Do you think he'll play again for you?
We believe he's probably going to need surgery, but that's still not absolutely confirmed. But it probably rules him out for the rest of the season. Yes.
That's a massive shame for you, obviously, given the kind of relationship that you built with him. But obviously, what he's produced on the pitch.
It's really disappointing for the player, but as for the club and for all of us here, because he's such an important part. He's a big character, big experience for us, and we'll miss him. He's done a lot of really good things for us.
Too early then to ask you about what could happen in the summer with him?
Far too early.
Thoughts though on deadline day? Potential for it to be a quiet one, busy one, late surprise maybe?
I'd like to say we're out there looking, which I think I've said in every press conference you've asked us. We're certainly looking. It's not that we're shying away from it. I would say it's probably less likely than likely.
Latest surprise back in your first spell was probably Marouane Fellaini, wasn't it, going back?
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that one.
No, I don't know how I done it either, but it proved to be a really good one. So I think January, you can find players, so it's not to say that you can't get it, but I think we're seeing this window becoming quite a difficult one for a lot of teams.
Take it, David, you'd anticipate no one leaving. We heard about the bid from Lazio, for instance, for Tim Erabumu.
People might, but at the moment we're not planning to, but may well do.
And just what kind of the test do Brighton represent going down there? You kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, just how difficult it is. But
look, Brighton have a really good team, and I think their model's been some which everybody's really enjoyed. I think everybody in some way would like to copy their recruitment, how well they've bought. They buy very young and bring them in and have a good pathway for them. They've got a really good up-and-coming young manager as well at the moment, who's steering them in a good direction. So, look, Brighton over recent years have been very good teams. Whether it have been Graham Potter, whether it be De Zerbi, whoever else I can think of, I think there's been good improvement in Brighton over several years.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Finny. We'll go to John T at Premier League Productions.
Hi there.
Good to see you. You mentioned the return of Jared. How big of a boost was that? And you talk about Michael Keane as well. Your defensive unit has been fantastic, especially away from home. What kind of a selection headache is that? And are you a little bit nervy to almost break up that unit, perhaps, with players returning?
Well, I've not said anything about breaking it up. You have. If you're talking about the players who we're bringing back, I'd say, yeah, look, Jared, it was great. We got him 45 minutes and got him back, and he certainly added much more calmness to us and his ability on the ball. His speed's really important as well. So he gives us those things. But Michael Keane's back as well, you know. So we'll enjoy having the competition, and we'll choose which we think is probably the best for the game.
Another player, no doubt, you're enjoying is Tiano Barry, in fine form at the minute. What have you made of the progression he's made, and what's your challenge now to him to try and continue this form?
Well, he has to keep progressing, because how he's played at the moment wouldn't be enough to satisfy me. He'll need to play much better. He'll need to keep scoring more goals. He needs to keep improving what he's doing. But I have to say, it's great that he's stepped up and come up with a couple of really important goals for us. Goals which won us a game at Aston Villa, for example, and then obviously a goal last week which got us a point.
And speaking of strikers, leading the line potentially for Brighton, an old friend of yours, player that used to play for you for a brief period at United in Danny Welbeck, continues to get better with age, it seems. What have you made of his trajectory, and how much of a threat could he be to your side tomorrow?
I'm really pleased for Danny, because he was a great lad when I had him at Manchester United, but and he's had to he's had a bit of a journey. He's had to come through injuries at different time, and he's probably in a little bit of a real purple patch now because of his form really at Brighton. He's done so well. He's got that instinct of a striker and someone who knows how to play the game and where to be in the right places and knows how to link the play up for them as well. So Danny's turned into a sort of really good all-round centre forward, which he always was, but he's doing really, really well at this time in his career.
Thank you, David. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, John T. We'll go to Julia at Radio Merseyside.
Hi, David.
Hi, Julie.
Nathan Patterson has been playing in the right back position. I know he's had injuries since you've been here, and he's been waiting for his time as well to play. How much do you think his performances have gone up?
I think he's done okay. We've been actively looking for a right back for over a year, but I think Pato, when he's come in, hasn't let us down. So no, we hope he continues to improve and keep going.
And Harrison Armstrong, I know you've spoken before that you would still like to get him at Preston. With people returning to the squad, does that make it any clearer for you at the moment?
Well, I won't make a decision till certainly after Brighton, till we've played there. I'm in regular contact with Peter Ridsdale and Paul Heckenbottom at Preston, so I'm on the phone to them every couple of days about it. Again, we'll wait and see how things go, but he's not looked out of place in the Premier League. That would be the biggest compliment I could give Harrison, that's for sure.
There was an interview with Kiernan this week, and he was talking about no excuses now for us to succeed, and he's such a leader on the pitch. Is that what he brings, not just his quality on the pitch, but is he one of those leaders now you've got him back?
Yeah, I think he's someone who can make us much better. I actually think even the other night, then you saw the difference when Kiernan's around it. It's getting him quickly back up to match speed, but we need as many leaders as we can, and we want the boys who we bring in to be good characters, big characters. I think Kieran's performance has been really good in the early part of the season, and we've missed him over, 4-6 weeks, whatever long he's been out at the moment. So look forward to getting him back proper and ready to see in the end of the season.
Since we all last sat in this room, James Garner's contract has been confirmed. I know you've been full of praise in how much he's come on this season, but how much more do you think there is in his ability?
Well, I think Jimmy's played really, really well this season. I thought he did last season as well, but I think he stepped up more this year. He wants to take more responsibility. I think he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's got a couple of goals for us, which has given him a little bit more belief that we have to get. Needs to get more goals and more assists for us. So really pleased with Jimmy. So I think the club have gone about their business, whether it be Jared Branthwaite, James Tarkowski, Jimmy Gardner, Jordan Pickford. The club have gone about the business trying to make sure that we get the players who we want tied down make sure that we get them here, and we've got them. And Jimmy's certainly one of those.
Will that help with recruitment longer term? You're showing you've got this quality of player here on long-term contracts.
Well, I hope it gives us a steadiness. I talked earlier about inconsistency. I hope the players I'm talking about give us that chance to be consistent. I think we're trying to stabilise the club still. We're certainly in a much better place, but we're still only, a year since new owners took over, really. So I think we're still trying to get the stabilisers still set and making sure that we're ready to build on it. And I think the likes of the players I'm talking about getting long-term contracts, certainly for the next few years, I think it's a big thing for Everton.
Thank you, good luck.
Thanks, Julia. Any further questions in the open section before we move on?